Good evening, everybody. Good evening. How are we all doing today, guys? How are we all doing today? Hopefully, everybody is doing well. Hopefully, everybody's having a lovely Friday evening. And of course, been a week since we last streamed, so hopefully, everybody had a great week as well. We are back with some more Genshin Impact, and today we're gonna just chill, explore a lot. Of course, having done the World Quest and the Archon Quest, I am completely free to explore as much as I want, but I think priority wise I want to actually do the event because I know we only have like 3 days to go for the event. Sorry, but I've been busy with everything else to come when it comes to everything else with the World Quest and the Archon Quest, so been busy in that regards. But yes, we're back with some more Genshin. I cannot wait to get back into doing a lot of the normal stuff now that we're pretty much done with a lot of the major stuff for SNEZHNAYA. I can actually enjoy and experience the region properly in its entirety. I've been hearing a lot of good things about the exploration, so cannot wait. Love how I've spawned at the Stygian place. Listen, I was doing my dailies, okay? I was doing my dailies and I just logged off there. All right. Where were we? Where do we go? This way. Up here. Let's go up over here. And I want to start off with the event, right? Hello, Phantom. Welcome to the stream, mate. How are you doing? Thank you so much for the sponsor as well. I saw you get that membership again. I appreciate that. Appreciate you for obviously still continuing to support, even though I've been very lazy with the uploads over the last year, pretty much. But we're back ready to rock and roll. Okay, so I need to figure out what exactly do I need to do in this event, because I actually have no idea. I'm not gonna lie. All I know is that it's an exploration based event. I have to go around and take a look at stuff, but that's about it. Okay, so pretty much these are things that I have to do in terms of taking photos, and I have to call the train. Okay, so let's do the photo stuff, and then we can go. So I mean, we are at the train station already, so I guess I can do this already. Can I not? I can just call the train right here, right? And that should complete one of the objectives already, which is perfect to say the least. So if I go over here and I can claim those, which is perfect. Am I gonna make live streaming a regular thing again? Right now, I want to do it at least once a week for sure. I want to do a live stream once a week because I feel like Friday evenings is the best opportunity for me. Usually I can stay up a little bit later. Saturday mornings are usually a little bit more relaxed for me. So Friday evenings makes a lot of sense. Whereas usually during the week from Monday to Friday, it's a little bit more difficult because I usually have workout in the morning, or I stays just chilling with family usually more often than not, and they get up early as well because some have to go to work and everything. So for me, Monday to Thursday, I should say, or even Saturday and Sunday technically, because I have family over on those days, becomes a little bit difficult. But I want to try and see if I can maybe push it to maybe doing at least 2 days potentially in the future, maybe 3 days, like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday kind of thing. That way it's at least a little bit more regular. But right now, at least for sure, I want to do Fridays no matter what. Friday to Friday, there will be a live stream no matter what. I'm going to try my best to at least follow up on that. And if I can't do it on a Friday, I'll try and make it up on the following week by doing an extra stream or something along those lines. That's the idea, at least I have right now. And we'll see how long it goes on for, how long I can carry on with this sort of routine, how I can improve it, how I can make some changes, what would work best for people and myself. That's the idea, basically. That's the idea I want to go for. Okay, so where were we? I was gonna continue on with this. Take photos of Fluffahog doing 2 different things. I don't know what they are, so I'm gonna just go and follow them because I have zero clue on what any of these things are. One of the things that I need to kind of work on is just trying to figure out all the new creatures and stuff in SNEZHNAYA, because I have very little knowledge of actually what's what. I'm still a little bit lost on a couple of things. I'm gonna also try and get this Cryoculi while I'm here. There we go. That's what I wanted to get. All right, there we go. Okay, that didn't really pan out. I was trying to refund and do this. I hate friendly companions, so no companion required ahead. Okay, thank you for that information. I don't know what that meant necessarily, but okay. Alright, let's go over here and check out what's in store for us when it comes to this thing. Another thing I need to keep an eye out for is just make sure I am picking up what I can in terms of all the resources. Any Cryoculi I see along the way. Cryoculi. How do they spell it? Is it just Cryoculi or Cryooculi? Let me just double check, because I actually didn't check ever. Cryoculus. Yeah, it's Cryoculus. It's literally how I am pronouncing it. I've been stressed over the last couple of days thinking I've been pronouncing it wrong internally in my mind as well. It's not even a case of like I'm being stupid about it and just thinking that I'm over the top. Oh, this is the artifacts. Do I have enough? No way do I have enough. I have only one. Okay, good. I assume a couple of them will probably be locked behind some world quests or some like major like puzzle or something. Usually that's the case. So we'll worry about that when we get around to it. You know what I should also do while we're here? That's not what I meant to do. Oh god, I realized one thing that's going to be really annoying. Having the oculi and also not oculi, having the compass and the Eye of Grey be equipped at the same time is going to be a real annoyance. I'm glad that they've introduced the quick swap, because if not, that would be kind of annoying. During the photo taking challenge, you must use the man camera to take pictures of the designated targets. When a designated target is framed, the camera will display. Okay, it's very similar to previous iterations. We've seen this before. We've seen this before in previous regions in terms of how they do it. So I'm not really too stressed on the operation of the camera. That's something we've done many a times. We've seen and done it many a times. So we said we're gonna do the Fluffahog one first, right? Because that one was down this way, right? Yeah, okay. Let me just equip the camera while we're here, otherwise they'll keep moaning about it. Is it this one? Is it this one? I assume so. Let me just equip it for now and we'll worry about the compass later on. Okay. So let's see what's in store for us. Why is my chat on my phone not up? Okay, there we go. I was wondering, like, I was like, at least let me see. Oh, is this the guy? No. Oh, I was about to attack this boy. This is not the camera. Where is the man camera? Oh, there it is. I was like, there's too many cameras, man. No? Wait, who am I supposed to look out for? Wait, what creature? Oh, these things. I was wondering, what creature am I actually looking out for? These guys. Look around. Alright. I have to take another one. Daydreaming? There we go. Does that work? Is that all I needed to do for this little guy? Perfect. Take a photo. Take photos of this. Which one is the closest one to me, actually? One second. There's one that's really close to me, so I'm gonna take a picture of that. Okay, the giant octopus. So that was literally the next one. Okay. Sorry, little guy. Out of my way. Coming through. Need to take some photos. Alright. Let's see here. I also just have to keep an eye out on in case I miss any chests or something over there. Alright, no, nothing. Is this... Oh, I didn't even realize this was an octopus. And I see an oculi probably up there. SNEZHNAYA speciality giant octopus. I really am confused about what that is, but okay. Can I... What is this? Okay, just some random thing. Is there an elevator here, something I can go up to? Or do I have to do the old-fashioned technique of, well, climbing? It seems like I have to climb. Okay. Well, I guess we'll get to climbing, I suppose. Oh, brother. Come on, there we go. Alright, I'm gonna have to hold off for a second. Listen, there's literally an oculi right there. I'm gonna have to climb in some way, shape, or form. The question is, where do I start climbing from? Can I make it here, or is it gonna block me? No, perfect. And I can probably stand up on there for a split second if I want to, but I think we'll be fine. I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be another way for us to get up here. Probably using a lot of the launch pads, but... Doesn't matter, does it now? It doesn't matter. We're good. We're good. Alright, pull Yarbear. Alright, let's teleport to this domain. Okay. Okay. Alright, it's that guy, right? It's these guys. Okay. Can I do this? Perfect. That's one. Brother is very standing up, daydreaming. Perfect. Lovely. I don't know what these coupons are supposed to be for necessarily. I think we'll figure that out once we go over there. I think I have to collect those statue parts. And these are Okay, I have to send a couple, collect a total of 12 unique statue parts. Oh, I hope I have enough. I hope I've left enough time for this, because it's very possible that I should have probably started this a while back. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. Listen, I prioritized other things, okay? I prioritized other things. All right, there we go. That's another picture. Where's the other picture that we have to go over? Near to the Druzhna HQ. Speaking of, I can probably do that as well. I have to do that weekly as well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I have to do the weekly at the Druzhna HQ as well, so I probably should do that before I forget. What am I supposed to take a picture of? The toy soldier? Perfect. Okay, let's move to the next location, which is over here. Perfect. And that should be the last one. And then we can actually go and figure out what exactly we need to do. Otherwise, for heaven's sakes. I guess this is the best place to probably start from if I want to get up there. I think. Yeah, makes sense. All right, I think it's this way I have to go. Actually, beautiful. Never mind. I thought that there would be a way to basically just be able to use the link transmission to over there, but I guess it's too far away. Let me get these guys out of the way first. Listen, there's a chest right there. Gotta get him. Gotta get it. We cannot not get it. Man, Odette's initial attack is crazy good, man. It's so strong. I should probably pick up all of these for future units, because I'm assured they will still use these future units, 100%. They'll use these for future units, 110%. Alright, where are we supposed to go again? I'm going a little bit of the wrong way, but I think we'll still be fine, because what I need to do is ensure I stay on top, I think. Yeah. Okay, I wanted to go get the teleport waypoint, but I think we will not prioritize that. Did somebody put a link mechanism on the railway station, on the railway tracks? Really? Okay. I guess that works, I suppose. Wait, where am I supposed to go again? I've gone the wrong bloody way, man. I've gone too far wide. It's this way. Yeah, it's this way, it's this way. Okay, we're on the right spot. We're in the right spot. So where did I really need to get used to the map, man. Wait, aren't these the guys? Sitting down or lying down? Is that it? Have you done one of the first page? Lovely stuff. Okay, so that's done. Now let's go to the camp, because there I think we're gonna do a lot of the, I guess, the mini games and stuff like that. That's, I guess, gonna be the next objective for us. Yeah, seems like that's the case. Okay, let's get things underway, shall we? Let's do each and every single one of these mini games. Oh God. What's the objective again? Get the coins? With the snowball launcher, you can fire snowballs in an arc in the direction of your choosing. After firing, you can track and control the snowball, and the snowball will roll on its own. You can keep it from colliding along the way. There will be items you can earn to collect or breakpoints, adventure coins, big adventure coins, and the dopey snowman. On the other hand, colliding with the normal skill will cause you other point. Okay, that's fine. Well, we understand that. We understand that. All right, let's enter, and let's do this. All right, there we go. Alright, can I zoom around, get this one? Oh, wait, is there any way to come back up? I may have made a mistake here. I may have made a mistake, but I think we can survive by being on the floor, nonetheless. Alright, we got 30 seconds. Come on, turn around. There we go. Sometimes it feels like it can react immediately, the snowball, but sometimes it feels like it takes an eternity to kind of steer. It feels like a fat car, basically. Can I do this and jump? There we go. This is what I wanted to do. Get the top area, because it just seems like we'll get the most points on this area. Perfect. Can finalize early. That's fine. We'll just nail the score and then get out of here. There we go. Lovely stuff. Beautiful. Let's confirm the claim and let's move along. May as well just do all of these so that we can basically clear each stage, claim the parts, and then move along, kind of thing, you know? Oh god, this does not seem to be fun. Okay, so this is the probably less difficult pathing, but this seems to be the more rewarding path. IMO. This just does seem to be the case. Yeah, I mean, like, look at that. They tried doing us dirty like that. No chance. No chance. Wow, we maximized the score immediately. That's great. Okay, I think once we get these guys, I think we're gonna just finalize early, because I don't think I can get a much better score than this. I think we're finalizing that. Come on, like, surely tally early, baby. Tally early for me, because we do not need to do any more than that. We do not need to do any more than that. Okay, so yeah, we've got 4 unique statue parts. So I need to complete 1 full assembly of the Lady Catherine statue. Okay. Okay, I think that'll require me to... Let's just keep going. I think that'll require me to do the other events as well, but I'm pretty sure we should have enough to do the other events as well. So I'm not too worried on that front, I think. Worst case scenario, I can see if somebody else has done it and then ask them for the parts accordingly. It's not many Primo Gems, it's only about 15 Primos, but it can come in handy, you know. These sorts of things, they do come in handy, so may as well take advantage while we can. Alright. Oh, that was a magnet. Ooh, that was close. Little worried about how I was going to navigate through that. There we go. Break these statues. Beautiful. How many are we at? Okay, I think once we come over here, I think we should be fine. I think that should give us the majority of the score. Or at least if I come here, maybe. Actually, yeah, here, we're done. We're done. Come on. Oh, I just need this guy. Actually, nah, it's fine. It's fine. Can I just... Okay, I didn't realize I could just roll like this. Alright, there we go. Let's tally early again. We may as well. There's no reason for us to kind of push our luck unnecessarily. Okay. As long as we're getting more of these statue components, that's fine. And I just need to make sure I'm doing all of these. So I have a couple of these. Claim 2 parts through the storage device and 2 parts through the storage device. And I need to get that last one. Okay. So we're almost done with the event. That was pretty quick and easy, pretty simple. I think the majority of the event you actually finish off when you're doing the Archon quest and the world quests. I think a lot of them are linked to that as well. So you're more than fine in terms of just doing those and getting done with it, right? You don't have to do anything extra necessarily, which is brilliant, honestly. It's just nice to be able to have to do all of that without having to stress, to be honest, you know. Especially when the event starts immediately and you obviously have a lot of stuff like the Archon quests and all that sort of stuff to do. It can get a little bit like, shit, what do I prioritize? Not everybody has the time as well to do it, right? With people having work and whatnot, it just becomes very difficult in that situation to do everything in one go, right? It becomes very, very challenging. All right, I need to come over here. Will I have enough? Okay, I'm gonna have to just destroy all these snowmen. I think that should be enough. Yep, there we go. Beautiful. Challenge complete. Oh, it automatically did it. I think because we got all the things defeated, it worked. Wait, what is that? Oh, that's the legendary fury. I thought that was supposed to be a replica of like Renova or something. I was like, wait, what? Seriously? What is going on over here? Oh my lord. All right. Let's set up the statue and then we're done. All right, let's nobody's donated to me. That's brilliant. Here you go. That's one. And I can donate another part. Oh, so you have to donate and then you can claim you can get like a random part accordingly? Seems like it. Oh, thank you, Sebastian. Send him a heart. And then we can claim another one. Who's this gonna be from? Ria. Thank you so much, brave Ria. Thank you, thank you. Let's enter this one. There we go. Lovely stuff. That's kind of cute. That's very cute. Let's assemble statue number 1. So we can do this. Set up the expression. Set up the hairstyle. And then adventure number 2 can be this one. Beautiful. That should be the full arrangement setup. A promise to share our tips. Talk to Chichikova. The martial arts manual my sister sent back is amazing. I just made a few rounds of the station, knocked some sense into a few unruly polar bears, and got my blood pumping. Then suddenly click, inspiration struck. Now, let me think how to put it into words. Ideally, in a way that'll help you to put it to use right away. Oh, is that the introduction to Fontanian martial arts you mentioned before? I'd love to take a look too. Sure, it's right over there. So help yourself. Just don't forget to bring it back when you're done. Paimon didn't even notice Chichikova was gone. Doesn't that just prove how good my footwork is? I come and go without leaving a trace. Let's see how your exploration... Whoa, seriously? You're this far already? It's been a few days. Dashir spent over a month on hers and didn't even get as far as far. Well, we've got a few exploration tricks up our sleeve. I mean, hey, listen. We are the adventurers. After going over how to phrase things with Paimon, you add a short entry to Chichikova's Adventure Tips Handbook, summarizing what you've learned from your travels through SNEZHNAYA, and highlighting a few points to newcomers should keep in mind. These include, but are not limited to, how to predict the movements of wild animals and how to make effective use of prime ice constructs while exploring uncharted areas, and how to observe monster groups from the shadows to gauge their danger level and detection range. From your Nadland friend's point of view, perhaps this counts as its own sort of hero's wit too. I like how they've done this, to be honest. This is a nice story. It's just a shame that it happened in a way. This is my only issue I have with generally how they've done SNEZHNAYA so far, is the way they've done the way they've done the start of World Quest. Like, it just starts the moment you're within the like vicinity. Makes it very frustrating because now I'm having to look back and check on like my Archon Quest videos and, you know, just generally what I've done in the Archon Quest and remember where I encountered certain world quests that I've started but need to, you know, scroll through. It's quite frustrating in a way because I generally feel like it should be in my opinion, the way they should do it is you trigger it by talking, right? I think that's how it should be done, but it is what it is in that sense. It's a respect friends show each other. Yeah, that's right. In Natlan, once you've really sparred with someone, you treat each other with the highest respect. So that's how polite people are from Natlan are. They could give Fontanians rich folk a run for their money. I'll have to remember to address everyone properly. People, Saurians, everyone. Especially the wood figure mentioned, Lord Aho. Oh, God. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Alright, let me go over here. I see a treasure chest over here. So now that we're free from the event pretty much, right? We're done with the event and all, which was lovely to say the least. I think it's a nice, sweet thing. Like I said, just wish it was, I could have experienced it in its entirety without this stop-start behavior that we had. But, oh, not again. Anyone up for a challenge? One that'll train your eye at the same time, beat the challenge, and this chest is over here. Wonderful. I'm Krushkova. How about the two of you? I really need to learn all these Russian names and their pronunciations because I generally believe I'm butchering them to another degree. This looks like just like an ordinary train. It's actually a piece of... we picked it up from the train boneyard and for a pretty penny too. But it's actually a Jack Frost train. So is it the chassis that's made of Jack Frost or are we talking about the wheels here? It's a train packed full of Jack Frost. Well, mind you, it took me quite a bit of effort to catch. I mean, excuse me? What in the hunter are you, brother? Okay. So, sure, let's give it a shot. I mean, we get the chest, so I'm not going to complain about it necessarily. And to be fair, this is the sort of chest that will probably give me access to that area. So, what am I meant to do here? Alright. I'm gonna have to figure out... Oh, I have to... I stopped counting. 6, 7, 8, 9. I think that was like 3, 4, 14, 15. I'm gonna say there was around 17 of them. I want to say there was 17 of them. Shit! I gotta. Hey, listen, at least I didn't undercount like crazy. 1 second, I need to count again. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Nobody behind, right? No, 16. 16 of them. They can't hide them from me. No. 16 of them. I love how it looks like Sandrone is calculating them. Surely there's 16 of them. What? Wait. Oh, this bitch. What is she doing? All right, with hats. Okay. Okay. Wait 1 second. 1. 2, 3. 3 hats. 3 hats so far. 4. Does that count as a hat? 5, 6? 6 hats? I think it's 6. I don't know if the one you count as a, like in a ball thingy count as a hat. Five. What just happened? Excuse me, wait, what? Are the cops gonna be like after us or something? Oh. Oh. I heard about this. I didn't know it was part of this one. I had heard about this. This scammer. This absolute scammer. I cannot believe I got done in. I mean, I got my money back. I got my money back, but what? Are you serious? What a fraud. What a grade A fraud. Thankfully, the fraud had not gone far and the two of you catch her back and bring her to the train. I want all my Mora back. You horrible, horrible little cheat. I'm sorry, I was wrong. I didn't think you'd catch up with me. I haven't conned that many people. That's funny. I won't do it again, promise. I used to be an adventurers guild myself, you know. And there was this one time where I encountered a pack of fluffer hogs amidst the snowy night on the tundra. They came rolling on like a cannonball made of giant spikes, and I was left a right sobbing mess at the end of the chase. I'd sworn myself that I'd scam. Sure, buddy, sure. Earn enough Mora to pay other adventurers to drive every last one of these fluffer hogs away. But there are so many honest ways you can earn Mora. And what about those Jack Frost? I told them they could find yummy food on the train and they came pouring in. That's crazy. Poor things. The cheat known as Khrushchevova releases the Jack Frost, and she also promises again and again to never defraud others and engage only in honest work now. It is only at this point that the Jack Frosts realize that they were lied to. Thank you for rescuing them. They hand you some shiny buttons. Aw. That's so... Hey, listen. I see what Genshin's trying to do. I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to make us fall in love with these Jack Frosts. Don't forget what they did to Lumi. I ain't forgetting. I will not forget. They might forget. I won't forget. Oh man. Alright, 1 second. I need to remove this camera from my goddamn hotbar. Hold on a second. We gotta switch this. We gotta switch it. Where's my cryo compass? There we go. So we have the Eye of Grey cryo compass. There we go. Okay. So there's a treasure chest this way. Alright, let's go and get these treasure chests, I think, along the way. I think that'll be our next priority. 1 second. Actually, while we're here, I gotta make sure we get as many resources as possible. So I gotta stay on the ground as much as we can. While also doing some shenanigans. By beating up some people. Alright, let's see here. I don't want to make this mistake because this is what I did in... I've done this always in previous regions where I've just forgotten to pick up items. And obviously we know how resources can be important, especially when future units release and stuff. So I don't want to do this. Oh god, is this gonna be like a mini new quest or something, or protection work? I hope it's not a quest. I saw there's so many new quests like just randomly popping up out of nowhere. Alright, are they good? Alright, doggo is fine. Alright, let me pick up all of these items. We're gonna need them anyways, which I'm gonna be working on Traveler sometime soon. So Cryo Traveler, so he's gonna definitely need it. And if I can get some resources for Alosha as well, that will come in handy as well. Is there more people struggling? Are you serious? How have you done it again? How has this happened again? Is this the same lumber worker or what? What? No shot. 1 second. There we go. I should probably heal up with a scoff here. Okay, I guess this must be part of like a quest series or something. Because this is the second set of workers we've come across. Okay. Let me go over to this. I see more over there. Okay. I guess this is part of like a mini world quest or mini world quest event, effectively, more so. It's not a quest necessarily, I would say. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go here. Do this. Alright. Should have saved all of them. Paimon thought he'd be at least half as tough as he sounded. It's okay, now we chase those bad guys off. Haha, praise be, I'm out of here. See you around. Hey, wait. What about a thanks or, you know, a reward? What an ungrateful guy. Could have thanked us at least once. Forget it. We help a whole bunch without expecting anything in return anyways. So, guess we're doing the whole super noble adventure thing again today. Leave today, get dragged back here. Just leave you two. You're no match for the Ismailovs. That might not be true. You don't underestimate us. I guess we have to come back tomorrow then. That'll probably be one of the things that will be the case, I guess. So it's a daily quest thing. Okay. Alright, we can do that. We can come back later on. Where is the... Oh, there it is. I have to admit as well, by the way, I know some people don't like this sort of this whole Dark Souls kind of esque thing. I disagree wholeheartedly. Personally, I think it's quite a lot of fun. Are you serious? I hate when I have to do this because I like using one specific team for exploration only, and right now of course I like using the Stellar team because obviously it's the brand new spanky shiny team that I've got running, so it's kind of annoying to switch to the Natlan team for, of course, exploration, but it makes sense. I mean, these guys are so good. What do I have to do now? Don't tell me this would have actually made me... Yeah, I should have known. I should have just known. This would have given me the cryoculi anyways. Great. You hate to see it. You really do sometimes. You really do hate to see it sometimes. Alright, no worries. Alright, I guess we just glide over. Hopefully that should be all the resources done and dusted. Whoa! Okay, I thought I missed that last... I was worried there. I was looking at like, shit. I may have missed one of the particles mid-air, which would not be fun. Alright, there we go. Lovely stuff. Actually, before we carry on with the exploration, I remember to come back here, since this is effectively our mini starting point, effectively. But I want to go to the SNEZHNAYA HQ, because, of course, since there's a weekly there, we may as well carry on with those. Otherwise, I'll forget. Because I know I'm gonna forget because of what happened last time out in nod-Krai with the what's it called? Selenic Chronicles. Oh god. Ah man, that was a disaster show and a half, to be honest. That was a disaster show and a half. I believe that I should have that should have been something I was more on, to be honest. Alright. Can I not peek. There we go. Are there more people? I see them right there. Come on. Come on. Ah, there's one guy here. Wow, how close range was he coming? Okay, I see them there. Come on. Ah. Come on. Whoa. Jesus Christ. I don't have any bullet. I don't have any of the damn frags. There we go. Is that it? I'm not gonna lie, these weeklies could be a little bit more challenging. I have to admit that. Hello, gamer. Welcome, 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 mate. Okay, I was just making sure. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Okay, no, that works. Sorry. Which one is working and which one isn't? Can somebody just quickly type in chat once again, please? I just need to check something. I don't know if this is working or not. I don't know which one is working or not is what I should specifically say, because I see two things. Okay, so that one doesn't work. Okay, so this one doesn't work. And then if I put this up again and close this and try again. Somebody try typing again, please. Just to double check. Okay, no, it's come back up. Okay, it's fine. Alright, it works. I just need to probably maybe bring it down a little bit, otherwise it might overrun. If people start talking a lot, it might overrun onto my face at some point, is the only issue. That would happen, but I think it'll be fine. Okay, beautiful. Lovely stuff. Thank you so much for the help. Alright, let's carry on. So where were we? Dailies, beautiful. Level 19. So event is done. What else can I do? 1 second. I'm just trying to think. Done that. Tomorrow we'll get the next set. But yes, I'm going for Mizuki because, of course, with Mizuki being so good and enabling Stellar Swirl, we gotta get her. Can do this quickly, actually. Let me just do this first. I mean, we already have her. I've used her in Stygian and a couple of other places already. So I don't think this is something I need to know about her necessarily. Let's just do this. Boom. And then do this. Alright, do that. Stellar reactions conducted. Okay, so... Oh, yeah, no, that tells me... Okay, so that is confirmation. I wasn't sure. I know some people were mentioning it already, but I didn't know if it was actually, you know, not working or not. But it does make sense. You cannot Stellar Swirl and Conduct at the same time. Damn! Would have been so nice if you could do that. I've been good. Been chilling, been relaxing, enjoyed the world quest, of course, so far. But outside of that, I've actually been playing the... I've been playing Fields of Mystria on the sidelines, and also I've been playing the Super Mario Odyssey randomizer, which has been a lot of fun. I realized I've not played Mario Odyssey in a long time, so I could definitely feel the rust quite a bit popping up. Honestly, it really was terrible. I was struggling like I'm struggling like a crazy motherfucker, honestly, but it's been fun. I've been just chilling outside of that, and then of course Genshin's been been good on that front. Although I will say right now my objective over the next 2 days is, to be honest, kind of prioritizing HSR a little bit, because there's only a few days and I finished up the Fate story today only. I have to do the other events now tomorrow, lest I forget, to be honest. Probably might forget, to be honest, but no, we'll try and finish those events off before they leave on Monday, of course. And also I need to summon for Robin Summeretto, so kind of need to make sure I get those Stellar Jades. I was gonna say Primo Gems there. I was gonna say Primo Gems there, but I gotta do those. But I've been good otherwise. I've been good. Been good. Just been relaxing, to be honest, more so than anything else. You know, after last week's, you know, onslaught of doing the Archon quest, and then the weekend I spent time doing the, you know, I spent time doing the World quest and everything. Whew. Been a lot of fun in that regards. But yeah, it's been crazy. How are we supposed to get this, by the way? I'm still a little bit confused. Am I supposed to like fly off from the Zapollarni Palace and come down, maybe? How are they expecting us to get that? Or fly off from there, maybe? Fly off from the restaurant. I think that's probably what makes the most sense, because it's the closest. Let me collect these while I'm here. I gotta make sure I'm more on it in this patch, or these series of patches, especially because depending on how my summoning plans are, I'm kind of having to I'm gonna have to prepare accordingly, to be honest. I'm gonna really have to be a lot more careful on how I prepare my summons. Is there gonna be one on top of the Zapollarni Palace? I'm gonna assume so. Actually, wait 1 second, wait 1 second, wait, whoa. I'm gonna have to check the top of Zapollarni Palace, aren't I? There's gonna be an Oculi up top there. There usually is. They love placing it on top of like the big, you know, points of interest. The big points of interest where the Archon usually is, or whatever, right? Usually there's one up there. Let's begin the long walk, shall we? Look up. I'd rather not, but I assume I'm gonna have to. Alright, let's drive a motorbike. Yeah, I see it up there. I think I just saw it up there. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a way to get up there. They usually are pretty kind in that regards, but you know how I am. I gotta make things harder for myself before I make it easier. Yeah, we can stay up here. No. Alright, let's restore some stamina, and then I can prepare another. Yeah, I see it. I see those things. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. I see them making it easier for me. I am not gonna deny the easiness that they're providing me here. Listen, if it's present, I am not complaining. Where are we supposed to go? Seriously? Oh, this way. Of course they had to do this. There's gonna be an achievement attached to it as well, you know. There's 100% gonna be an achievement attached to it. Fuck me, man. I knew it. I just knew it. These guys wouldn't rest still without having to do some bullshit like this. Wait. Will that get me the height I need? Yep. There we go. Because the palace is there. Of course it is. Yes, that's exactly the reason why you've put it there, haven't you guys? God damn it. Alright, there we go. Man, but look at this, dude. Oh, they made SNEZHNAYA very pretty. Wait. Where is that supposed to be located? Oh, that's for Flame Feather Valley. What is... Do we have an idea of what's this way? Okay, that's the Pale Crown Palace. Okay, they haven't left stuff in the files for us to see what's up there. Obviously, that was what they used to do in Sumeru. We could see the pyramid from far away, even though it was obviously not fully rendered and stuff. But it was still so cool to see it nonetheless, you know? So I was just looking over there, man. I was just looking over there. House of Hesperides, very nice, of course. Celestia, you can see over there in the distance, just right there. You can see it. Alright, I should probably make my way over to the Fatui HQ, because there's probably stuff there as well that I should check on top. My stamina is not going down as well, which is good, I can probably eat into some stamina food and make my way completely fine to the HQ. Because I knew there'd be an Oculi there. These guys wouldn't be able to hide shit from me, dog. I know them like the back of my hands. I know them like the back of my hands. Let me just eat some stamina food though. I should have something. I should have something. These are... I'm not gonna complain. Fish and chips, baby. Fish and chips. I will say though, I have to admit, I've noticed for a region based in Russia, the NPC's dialogue in English at least seems very British. I don't know if it's just me who's noticed that, but it feels very very British, which is quite confusing to me. It's to be honest a bit because it hearing the language and stuff, but yeah. Okay. I don't know why, but okay. All right. What is this? Oh. Where do they want me to launch off from here? Can I exit? Yeah, I can exit. I generally thought once we had all the nations, they wouldn't leave. I think they kind of want to leave it empty because... So, if I zoom out a little bit, right? I mean, the major blank spaces, I guess, are these, right? I expect there to be some inevitable connection to SNEZHNAYA, obviously through here coming down to Mondstadt. At least that's what I believe. I haven't looked at any leaks or anything, so if there is any leaks, don't let me know. I'm kind of staying away from everything to do with map leaks and stuff because now I want to kind of, now that we're entering the end phase, I want to kind of be a little bit surprised, right? So I thought that this area would be kind of a, you know, cleared up inevitably, right, at the end of the expansions and all. This area we know is going to be Mount Eus at some point, so I expect this to kind of fill up. My confusion is why leave this sort of empty? Just fill it up with water and maybe a couple of islands, right? And you can kind of distribute them to maybe Sumeru or Fontaine, nod-Krai and stuff like that. Just distribute them as well. This is fine as well. You can just put water here and it'll be complete, right? And then outside of that, that's pretty much the only real empty spaces, right? This is the biggest block, right? This whole section from here going to Mondstadt, right? That's the only thing. But I think Mondstadt to SNEZHNAYA, I think will clear up. This part will fill up as well. I feel like inevitably with Mount Eus coming in. It's just the question is, what is this? And maybe a little bit of this area kind of sort of east of Fontaine, west of Mondstadt kind of area, which I don't know if they'll fully be able to complete with SNEZHNAYA. That would be a very big surprise, but I do expect them to do something like connect it like all the way around here, and then there'll be a little bit of water, which will be like sort of like a port to Dornman via or from SNEZHNAYA's port over here, wherever it may be, or somewhere down here to connect to Dornman. Basically is what I expect to happen. I think for me, more so than anything else, they just need to fill the map, even if it's with water. Just filling it up is what I hope they do inevitably. But I do think it's a good idea to also leave it open because it allows them to add new areas and add potential islands and stuff like that if they want to, allowing for people to be able to explore those at some point. So it works out in both ways, but I do agree inevitably once we get the full map expansion for SNEZHNAYA, I do hope they do tend to fill out at least a majority of the blank spaces that we're seeing now going into the future areas. One thing I need to do before I forget, it's here, right? I need to remember to get the blacksmith, the new blacksmith recipes. Because otherwise I'm going to forget tremendously, and that's gonna annoy me. I wasn't expecting a Domovoy to be this. Yeah, that's what I need. Emberwell, let me get all of these. So I need to get what do I need to get? I need to get this thing, the red beet, and I need to get these conches, so I need to figure out where they are. Okay, not a problem. At least we got 2 of the recipes. That's the priority. I needed to get those recipes, otherwise if I was gonna prepare a unit in the future, then I would have struggled. But at least I have those now. Oh, I still don't have all of them. I only have 2 and 2s and stuff. Okay. All right. But yeah, I do agree. I do hope everything will be connected. I'm not one of those that is like, oh, they shouldn't connect everything and it's fine connecting it. I would like to see it connected, but I also do think people do exaggerate the whole no connection thing quite a lot, because I feel like, especially with Teyvat, if you're talking about Teyvat as a world, each region being its own continent, you could say, or country, it's fine, I think. It'll be it's gonna be within the game itself, I think. I don't see it being outside of the game. I think they're gonna do what HI3 did. It'll probably be a big update to the engine. I think we'll see a big update to the in-game engine, probably, right? Something that'll give it a lot more oomph, probably, right? Or at least change it to a point where maybe they could add a lot more combat-wise, more so. When I say oomph, I mean more so like from a perspective of they'll probably work on it in a way where basically you'll be able to do more from the combat perspective and stuff like that, right? Sort of like how Dragon Ball Legends or any of these games update their battle engines to basically, or update the in-game engine so that they can add like all these new battle, you know, updates and stuff, right? Similar to that, a la that basically is my idea. Storage would be the only concern, but I do think that they could probably optimize it, and I think at some point they're gonna have to make the big call on basically making it so where you are able to kind of manipulate the you know, things you want and don't want in the game, basically, is what I think is gonna have to happen at some point. They're gonna have to do that. Inevitably, that's gonna be the case. Because yeah, it's gonna become a problem at some point. I mean, they've been doing good so far, so I'm not gonna really say they're struggling right now, to be honest. Jesus Christ. I mean, they've been doing a lot better than what most people give them credit for, so I'm not gonna really say that they're doing a bad job considering how many places there are and stuff, but at some point, yeah, they're gonna have to manage it a lot better. For sure. Especially if they want to do Genshin 2.0, which was clearly going to be set somewhere in space or in another world. Clearly. Based on everything they've said, it does seem like they're setting it up for that, right? It just is the most obvious direction they're going in. Clearly. Probably should leave, otherwise they're gonna steal my Kresnik. Can I pick up that so that I can get some of that? Beautiful. What do I have to do here? I still never realized this. Oh, that's pretty cool. I just instinctively used my elemental energy to try and see if anything would happen, but nothing. It just says cannot use, which makes sense. We are in the Shadow Realm right now. That makes so much sense. That's cool. That's cool. I wasn't expecting it. I should have known that they would do it, but I wasn't expecting it nonetheless. What am I meant to do with this? I'm really a little bit lost here, but 1 second. I do wish the stamina for this was a little bit better, to be honest. Do I let them just take my energy? They're not doing anything is my concern. I need to figure out what exactly these things do. Alright, let me go up here now. Before we go in, let me just come over here. Oh, I just see it now. I didn't even realize there was another one of those, to be honest. That probably is the reason why it didn't open. I was like, I've done everything, no? Am I being stupid? Oh, that's why they said look up. I didn't even pay attention. I should have realized that. Alright, let's see here now. Let me get some more ammo just so that we're ready to rock and roll whenever we need to be ready. Does this let me in as well? No. Okay. Just making sure. To be honest, I really hope they do expand on this at some point, for sure. I really am liking what they've done here with this game mode, to be honest. I wasn't too confident in it initially, but I'm glad they've added it because it's honestly quite a lot of fun. I've seen a lot of people have skill issues with it. Considering it's just a simple shooter, it's not complicated at all. Like, this is the most bare bones of shooters I've seen, but it works with Genshin somehow. Like, I would love it if they did like a stupid like deathmatch thing or something. Honestly, it would be so funny. It would be honestly hilarious if they added like a deathmatch mode or something. Alright, I think that might be in there. Any way I can get up? There we go. I would say they are great at optimizing game performance even after all these years. Still runs buttery smooth on PS5. Yeah, I think the only real thing they struggled on was PS4. But I mean, come on. It's the PS4, man. It really... It had its time. Like, I'm not surprised that that shit was struggling, to be honest. I really am not. Is it? No, it's not here. I thought the shadow drop would be here. Where is it? Is it up here? The worst thing is you can't see it on the map. I think you can only see it once you upgrade the compass, which is not a surprise. I should probably go and check if I can upgrade the compass to at least level 2 maybe, so that I can see more stuff on the map, man. If I do the meeting point quests, I'll probably be able to more than easily, but yeah, for now I think we're gonna have to just ride or die with it. Zenless on zero in US really struggled. It starts pretty good though. I'll be honest and say with the problem with the I feel like with Zenless is that I just think that currently with the way I think it just is trying to do quite a lot to obviously keep its player base and stuff, but I also think they're pushing the boundaries quite a lot with especially their animations and stuff like that, and I think it takes a toll on its optimization. You know, when you have so many things happening on screen at the same time with all these animations, fluidity you're asking and demanding for, like, I will say this, out of all the 3 games, HSR is the most static one. Genshin has improved drastically and made things a lot more fluid in terms of movement and stuff, but it's still fairly static. Zenless is the most fluid, and of course it has to be, especially considering the combat it is and everything, right? And it's a massive upgrade over the combat that used to be in games like, for example, you know, with Honkai Impact 3rd, which is not exactly the same game necessarily, but very similar in style and type, effectively, right? With the action action focused gameplay sort of thing, right? I've done the world quest. Huh? What? Is that a bug or something? I've done the world quest. I think that's a bug. I think that's a bug. I will say Genshin. Okay. As much as I'm praising Genshin right now, I will also say it is a bit buggy. I feel like not only just buggy, they've left a lot of stuff in here that shouldn't be left in. Like, for example, you can actually take gun equipped traveler. There we go. To like other bosses and outside of the Shadow Realm. Like, you can go and face La Senora with the traveler, for example. And there's a couple of other things like that. Like, I've seen also some grammar issues in terms of the dialogue and stuff. It's very weird stuff. It's stuff like you didn't necessarily expect to see usually on a new launch and stuff. They're pretty good, I feel, generally speaking. Generally, I feel like they're very good with making sure everything is spot on and not having any issues. But this time around, I feel like it's a little bit iffy. Alright, I came back here because I wanted to make sure I got all the wing drops, just to make sure. This is my 8th foray since I passed beyond that current. Once the patently fantastical accounts are set aside, the true history of Hyperborea appears to accord closely with the legends of the Horned People of the South. Horned People of the South. Okay, that is the city of usurpers were destroyed by the celestial nail. The tales of the nature I greatly doubt. In the records I've unearthed in the course of my search, an individual known as the Saint appears time and time again. His true name, it would seem, was Anakarsis, and it was he who instigated a prophet of some kind. Is this the Voyager it's talking about? I think it is the Voyager it's talking about. Impelled by nothing but a fit of passion and unsubstantiated or conviction, ultimately sent countless others beyond the precipice of no return. Oh shit, I really need to keep an eye out to this. Why too did the great judge fail to purge the shadow in which I now stand, the very moment it first emerged? The great judge being heavenly principles. You know what? I've seen this theory actually go about on socials today. It's not gonna be part of the video I'm uploading later on, thank God, because I would have been pissed if I had seen it after I had done the video. But it's something for me to potentially talk about in the future, and that's a lot of people suggesting that technically by introducing the fate system in the first place, the heavenly principles are to actually blame for the abyss being in Teyvat, right? Because obviously with what Alice said regarding the abyss about being about the abyss being effectively the sum of everything that was not chosen, right? Well, what better thing describes that than Teyvat's fate system, right? So it's kind of crazy how everything is kind of linking up again and again and again. All right, there we go. Nice shot. Like the old areas run great, so does the end game and roguelike mode, but the free roam areas in the new city dips quite a bit. I guess that's them also pushing the boundaries. Like I said, I think with the new cities and all, I'd imagine they'd want to make sure everything is like buttery smooth and obviously higher fidelity and everything, right? So I guess it would make sense in that regards for them to kind of do so. Wait, what was that? Wait. Notes by a certain noble individual, number 4. For A446, the records found alongside the embryonic achoric telluric rudiment, or ATER for short, have provided sufficiently clear picture on the matter, which is known as the saint had come to Hyperborea in search of the light that is the very genesis of the world, a fragment left behind at its inception. Nibelung. It is a light that is undissipated hope itself, a light that it is also the very same light that brought about my birth. Nibelung. Literally, Nibelung. He brought down something from the heaven merely to ascertain whether that light was truly extinguished. He then launched the advance which was destined to fail against the fate that ruled against the world. They are 100% setting it up to where basically the heavenly principles will be set to blame for the abyss's entry into Teyvat, basically. Hyperborea's fate had been sealed long before the saint arrived. That long-written decree to annihilate the Golden Realm was one that even the eldest daughter of the angels could not alter, Koitar, and all the men who remained faithful to the future could still stave off the execution of that judgment for a mere 30 years. The fact that this fact alone is more than enough to disprove all my earlier conclusions. As for the truth about it, Hai Marmene, I fear that the conclusion I have reached may be far too terrible to put to paper. Oh shit. Oh my god. Nabu Malikata and Agiria in this? I was not expecting that. Holy shit. Oh god, I kind of have to keep an eye out for this. Now, if you're wondering what Hymarmene is, I'm probably butchering it. It's basically fate itself. That's the idea. I think they've referenced this once before, recently, very recently I think it was. Was it during Temple of Space or Moongazing? I want to say it was during Moongazing, but I could be wrong. It was one of those world quests, and it is effectively fate itself. And I do think that this is... Oh god. Oh lord, I'm gonna have to make this a video as well. I want to talk about this. Just this simple idea of now this effectively... I didn't realize there was this much potential evidence in regards to this as well. Not to mention with the Voyager and everything coming into play. Time moves in loops and circles. Therefore, where we lay it down an anchor into fate, the abyss will naturally lay an anchor into us. Oh, yes, it is confirming that. Oh my god. That is nuts. And you could say that that would have been the thing, right? The heavenly principles came in. They set about doing their thing. Nibelung would probably have never been forced into utilizing the abyss had, the heavenly principles stood aside and, accepted their role in Tevat, right? Oh my god. And then, of course, you set up the fate system where there's a bunch of unending, countless fates that have not been chosen. And it just comes back to all of this. Oh shit. Oh shit. Both the goddess of flowers and Sumerian, she who prophesied the rising of the waters and fontaines, sought to build systems that would stand independent of both the ley lines and high memorane, though one may be unable to inflict substantial damage upon the severe and grinding world structure. A few rents and fissures suffice to loosen the threads of fate. And as the historians I have read attest that these the fires have indeed left their mark. In Nadland, the reins of power have been assumed by one other than a divinely anointed sacred lord, whilst in Fontaine, the Remurians have been able to somehow elude the gaze of the high heavens and transmit their arts, albeit in a fashion distorted. Shit. Woof. Wow. Okay. Okay. I was not expecting that. I'm not gonna lie. Woo, chills. A little bit of chills there. I'm not gonna front. I really do think that this is the beauty of Genshin, man. I love the lore stuff regarding it, man. It's so good. I might be a little bit stupid and sometimes forget some of the lore pieces, and also, some people will probably remember things better and have better theories than myself. But just coming up with some bullshit that could potentially be right is so much fun. It's just so much fun. So we did number 2, we did number 4. I've seen number 1. Number 1 was obviously the very beginning, so it didn't have like a crazy significant like insaneness like obviously number 4 just had, obviously giving us pretty much confirmation. But yeah, no, that's insane. That is very, very cool. Where am I meant to go from here now? I do not remember for the life of me. Oh, no. Okay, we don't take too much damage falling down. There's so much to remember. Lore channels be helping though. Oh, absolutely. Like, I will give shoutouts. I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard it's very good. Ashikai's timeline video seems to be like an insane guide for a lot of people. So I think like stuff like that is what makes it so good to have like lore YouTubers and also people who are willing to just put in the effort to tabulate everything. For me, my love is more so for setting up theories, and I also like talking about the lore as well, don't get me wrong. Like for example, for this I'm probably going to do a little bit of a breakdown and then make some theories as well, but obviously the in-depth stuff that a lot of people go into with like the artifact descriptions and everything of that sort, and continuously make guides on that stuff and whatnot is so good. It is honestly so good. Like I will admit, like I only really started to look into the description of these artifacts like only really when somebody told me about them, in like I think it was sometime in the middle of Inazuma. I had no idea they existed, of course, right? And there's so much in these archives. Like it is a insane guideline. Honestly, this is actually like ridiculously useful, to be honest, with how much information you can get, even with like small things as well. They are so good. So definitely very, very handy, of course, right? Very handy. Like look at this. Like if I were to go down here, come on, I mean, like each and every single one gives so much information and details regarding the information. If you go into the description as well, like look at this, look at all of these, man. And it includes information about like Capitano, for example, here. Like bro, dog, this is so good. I actually want to start doing this a little bit, where I go over some of these artifact sets and looking at their descriptions. Each individual piece has its own description, which is crazy. Honestly, it's so nuts. But it's something I need time to go over and go look into, you know, and it is a lot. It is indeed a lot, but that's the beauty of it, you know, that's the beauty of it. Oh, I'm gonna fall. I was like, can I warp before I fall? I don't know if I did. I don't know if I did. I don't think I did. I think I died. Oh well, it is what it is. Can I go higher up? I feel like there's a couple of things I'm missing, so I just want to see if I can go higher up. You know, one thing I've realized as well, coming back to live streaming and everything as well, is, man, I am struggling to speak for long times. I'm not gonna lie. It's been so long since I've done any form of like long form content in a way. Like, dog, I was having to take breaks quite literally. I'm not gonna lie, I was having to take a couple of breaks here and there during my reaction and stuff to the Archon quest, because I was genuinely like, my throat was killing me at various points. So I was just having to micromanage that as well, and take like mini intervals basically. Where am I going? I just don't know. All right, this way, this way, this way. The chest is down this way. Okay, good. Okay, yeah. Wait a second. Where is this goddamn shadow wing drop? It's saying it's somewhere here, but where? I'm gonna just drop and see. It just automatically kills me. Fantastic. How fun of you, game. How fun of you. Can I go this way? Can I jump over and just climb over here and see? There it is. Stupid ass thing. I'd seen it and I'd questioned it. I was like, why am I not able to actually get this? Like, during the world quest, I noticed it and I looked around like a couple of times trying to figure out if I could actually see it or if I'm being stupid. Alright. Alright, let's get this treasure chest. It's over here. It's over here. Wait, where is it? Ah, in here. Oh, it's this? How many notes does this brother have? Okay, I'm gonna have to find where 5 and 3 and all are. The passage stands open anew. Time grows brief. By the swiftness with which the abyss seeps into the world, it appears that all contained within the celestial shell shall draw to a close within a few centuries. Rotwang has arrived at a similar conclusion after undertaking his own calculations. I fear I must set forth before long. Yet the plan I have in motion shall not cease nonetheless. I am willing to give up all that I possess for further advance. 1 second, sorry, I'm just typing out a message. Okay. There we go. Alright, just finished it. I am willing to give up all that I possess to further advance this world, and for the sake of all who have sacrificed for the future, I'm willing to yield my blood, my flesh, and even my mind, of course. Oh, that's crazy. That is actually nuts, honestly. Man, this guy, honestly, I really am I'm so glad we had this world quest. This world quest is ridiculous. I had done the world quest very superficially, in the sense of like I'd done it on, you know, quest by quest basis, and I read a couple of the books along the way. But now that I'm seeing stuff like that as well, right? There's so much there. There is so much there. Insane. Absolute peak cinema. Alright. So how are we doing in terms of the exploration side of things? 78%, 44, 71, 63, 36. Belfrost Peak is my weakest one, but it makes sense. I haven't really done a lot of the House of Hesperides. I was pretty much in and out for the world quest, and that's it. A couple of areas also still need unlocking, and Jack Frost Village and stuff. Let me go to the Korolevsky Theater, because I think it's half and half, so I may as well just upgrade a couple of the things while I'm here. May as well upgrade the what's it called, the meeting points while I'm here. Can I not just do this? I swear we could. Okay. I think I must have misclicked and gone to the teleport waypoint instead by mistake. Alright, we've reached level 3. That should give me level 2. Perfect. That's pretty much what I needed. I just needed to get that so that I could unlock that as well. Claim all of these world quests. I have to do soft song she sang as well. Nope. Nope. You've got to hold on for me, buddy. You've got to hold on for me. Oh, we ain't doing the meeting point quests just yet. I'm gonna leave that for next week, I think. Sometime in the middle of the week I'll do it. Alright, there we go. Another set of world quests unlocked as well for this. I think the one with Vodyanitsa is probably going to be the lowest amount. Wow, there's 2 here I still have to do. Okay. Yeah, I think Vodyanitsa is going to struggle the most, considering I think generally it's, I think, the least worked on one. 36%, yeah, it's not great. It's not great, I'll admit. I'll admit it's not great, but it is what it is. There's not much I can do. I've got to do it over time. Speaking of, you know what? Let's what would be the best place to start here? I actually don't know. Maybe here? Beware of jumps or run missing. That's appreciative, I guess. Let me just do these 3 singles quickly. I don't know how many. I really don't know how much pity I'm in on standard. I'd like Mizuki's if you could give me on standard. Listen, if I can get like a C5 Mizuki come the anniversary, assuming they just leave it on the standard lineup and they don't do anything extra, 100% I'm picking up Mizuki as well. That'll be a C4 Mizuki I'll have right now, basically, right? Because I think I have her C2. Yeah, C2. So temper C3, C4 via the this as well. Then can I get into the House of Hesperides? Fine. Sure can. Where is this? Where am I meant to go for? Hold on a second. There's a couple of things I'm misunderstanding. Where is all of this? Up this way? Is there any way? Maybe up here. It's sealed from the other side. I think there's a world quest attached to it, because how do I get in there? Or wait. Maybe. Am I making any sense here? No, I've ended up where I began, man. Shit. God damn it. This is where, of course, we had the puzzle and everything. Yeah, no. I'm an idiot. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I thought that would make it, to be honest. But I was wrong. I was very wrong. Can I call the elevator? Maybe if I go up. I meant to go up, but it put me down. Go up. Let me go up one more time. I misclicked. At this point, how many hours of content Genshin has? Oh. Too many to count, to be honest. I think at least 200 hours, surely, right? And I'm including like world quests and everything together, right? Because you can't not include those at all. There's zero reason as to why you not include those. They deserve to be included as well, and they are good content as well, right? Not all of them, but most of them. So for me, I would say 200 hours maybe, yeah. Give or take at least. Alright, I need to get in there now. So I've activated the waypoint. Come in here. Will this give me access to something? Don't tell me that cube was... That worked. Alright, beautiful. Just trying to figure out where I am on the map because I'm a little bit lost. No, it's not here. Where am I? Okay, we're back where we started. What if I go over here? Because, yeah, I mean, like, I remember somebody made, like, a video talking about, like, the, what's it called? The, can I just not... Does that not work? Wait, what do I have to do? I have to use one of these? Which one of these would work? No. There's something to do with this breakage of something. I don't know what though, to be honest. Yeah, I was gonna say the main quest alone was like 53 hours according to that video. That was literally what I was gonna bring up right now. So if that is a example and that is only up to Sumeru, we have 4 regions after that now. Well, technically 3 regions and the start of the 4th one, right? So for me, I mean, I'd like to say that this is definitely got to be at least 200 hours now, especially if you add in the world quests and everything. Minimum. Could be more even. Could be more. Come on, refund this so that I can get more Prime Ice constructs. There we go. I'm gonna just enter this and see where it wants me to go, because there's clearly a reason why they've some people built these, because it's to help people. Of course, it's to help people. Surely this is people have done this out of the kindness of their hearts, right? Surely, just like Soul players saying jump here. To be honest, they have moderated it, so at least it's better here. Giving people only a certain amount of dialogue has probably been the best decision they could have made. I see another oculi. And of course, once again, it's at the top of the bloody palace. Of course it is. Or yeah, it is. It's basically a palace. There's no way this is constituted as just a mansion. All right. All right, let's I know there's stuff in there, but I want to kind of just navigate a little bit more, yeah, down here, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff we've ignored that's just over here. Who is this guy now? When will I be able to hear the true bell tolling again? Oh, is that gonna open it up? Have you seen that new Hoyo game, the tonal shift hits hard? Oh yeah, the game that's supposed to be like Monster Hunter. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen it. Well, it wasn't supposed to be revealed technically, but it obviously got leaked as per usual. But no, I mean, it's not for me necessarily. I don't think, to be honest. If I wanted to play Monster Hunter, I could pick up Monster Hunter in a way. I know it's obviously free, at least. It's kind of the same argument as that whole, oh, Breath of the Wild and all that sort of stuff when Genshin first came out. But, yeah, I don't know. Oh, I need Kresnik. I need Kresnik. Called it close there. Called it very close there. But yeah, I think... do I have to do it in a certain order? I'd imagine so. Or do I just ring this? Wait, I'm so confused. No, that doesn't work. Just checking. Yeah, no, they're 100% still trying that. I'm pretty sure they're still. I mean, Petite Planet is the farming sim. You've got an auto chess game coming out in Honkai Nexus Anima. Then, I mean, you also have like I know that obviously this whole gun shooter thing in Genshin is clearly a setup for, of course, a shooter game in the future. They're 100% trying something there with that. I don't. It's got to be that, right? There's no reason why they put this much effort into. I mean, of course they can. There's no denying they can't, but I'd be shocked if it was just for no reason they're working on this. You know what I'm saying? I don't see that being the case. I think that's a little bit too naive to think that they're not doing it for other purposes. You know what I'm saying? I could definitely see Hoyo doing a hero shooter, but generally I don't know how well it would do. Yeah, that's the only thing, is even I'm not sure. Wait, I need to prepare tea. Okay, wait, I have to take it here. Where is this guy? Wait. I hope it's 1 by 1. I hope I don't have to do all 3 in one go. Okay, I don't have to do all 3 in one go, but I have to be double time on that. Okay. I was like, wait, no, wait, am I supposed to do this in one shot? Good thing I have Mawika. Good thing I have Mawika. And I'm so glad the Natlan characters still work here as well. Where is my guy? Oh, brother. Are we serious? How have they done that? Just before I passed out, I saw Bear. Thank you for doing it. Well, I got him away. I literally pushed him away. Alright, there's one more person I think I have to find. And then we can get our chest. Our lovely chest. Wait, that wasn't there before. Can I enter this and jump over? There we go. Lovely, 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 lovely. Alright, let me go get another kappa. I don't think the previous guy gave me a chest. Oh well, doesn't matter. I mean, at least as long as we get rewards, doesn't matter. I mean, anyways, it's not like I'm really starving for Primus right now, but it's still nice to have the stock ready to go whenever we need it, obviously, for future characters. I'm praying they make Vodunitsa good, man. That's my hope, because if they make Vodunitsa good, that's where my next post will go. Well, assuming it goes well. Would you say Miliastra Wonderland has been a failed experiment? No, absolutely not. Miliastra is such a big success in China and Asia specifically. I don't think it has been a failure. Maybe in terms of America potentially, but even in America, I feel like there's a budding group of individuals who are still working on it and making some good stuff. And there's generally, I would say Miliastra is the perfect playground for them to basically test stuff out before it actually makes its way into the main game. I mean, that's the whole reason why they kind of even gave it as a bit of an example in the if you watch the what's it called, the first time they did the shooter gameplay thingy, they literally were talking about how they were kind of also inspired a little bit by Miliastra's creations to consider something like that actually working for the main game, and it does work. I think, see, the thing is with Millie Asher, it's definitely not something that's going to be for everyone, right? And I do wish, like, after the first installation, they maybe not immediately. Let it be. They should have kept it 100%, like you have to try it out kind of thing for the first 2-3 patches. But then maybe in like the middle of nod-Krai, towards the end of nod-Krai, they should have just said, okay, you know what? It's optional now. You know, you can choose to install it. If you don't want it, you can uninstall it, so on and so forth. Leaving it integrated, I mean, it's a lose-lose situation for them anyways. If they removed it, then people would have said you wasted your time, you wasted resources and all that sort of stuff. It doesn't matter anyways, right? Because the main Genshin team and the Millie Asher team are two different entities and anyways, right? Yes, they work on the same game technically, but they're two different worlds in the same game basically, right? But I think it's just such a good playground for them to do what they want and test what they want without it affecting the main game in any way, shape, or form. You know, outfits, animations, all that sort of stuff. I think it's good. I wouldn't say it's a failed experiment necessarily, but it's definitely not been probably as well received as maybe they thought it might have, especially globally. Because I think in at least some regions they've obviously come out winning big time with Millie Asher Wonderland, right? I think they get big bucks from obviously stuff like the outfits and all, but also just generally with like what's it called, with the amount of people playing the game in terms of the whatever it may be, you know, creating stages, making stages, doing stages, whatever it is, right? I mean, like, let's be real. Millie Asher may not be great for a lot of people, but we still go in there to do all the DPS testing in the world. There's a whole DPS testing thing that obviously the main game doesn't have, but it's there in Millie Asher, very happily made, and people use it. That's an interaction of Millie Asher Wonderland. We wouldn't have had that without Millie Asher Wonderland. So if those people are also complaining that Millie Asher is you know, Millie Asher is a failure and it shouldn't have been a thing, we wouldn't even have that technically if it wasn't for Millie Asher. We would still be spending time doing it based on time and, you know, actually manually doing calculations rather than actually using a tool that's very easily available legitimately in game. Not obviously 100% accurate, but it's there. It's an option. Ooh, there's a couple of chests here, and I think we're in an area where we can get multiple things availed. Very nice, very nice, awesome stuff. Where's the chest? Oh, link to a quest. Those art exhibition jobs are always such a headache. If there's one thing they're good at, it's always turning a simple matter into a whole problem. If anyone can take care of this job for me, I'm more than happy to give them all the career honors I've received over the years. Talking to me, as you can see, I'm currently suffering through this fully paid job dressed up as art. That's very real. I've heard a job from the people at the Master Exhibition in SNEZHNAYA. You can never say no to these SNEZHNAYA jobs, even though they're always technically demanding and have very little for... what was that? Sorry, I misread that section. Pay very little for the trouble. If I were to just say no, they'd say, oh, but Zharkaya, this is a work that only an artist or designer like you can take on. We can't trust anyone with it. Artist, after all these years, I finally understand that Prima sculpting is nothing more than a job, so I'd rather they just treat me as an ordinary designer. And you know why? Why? Because in this time I spend merely working out the structure of a work art like this, I can easily finish 5 ordinary non-art jobs that pay exactly the same each. That's right. So whenever I get a job like this, a popular saying popular among us, Primize designers comes to mind. Art or full belly? That is the question. Yeah, I mean, quite literally, generally, this is crazy. Okay, we have to complete this job. In the name of art, I will provide you with material compensation in addition to the immense psychological satisfaction you'll undoubtedly gain. We do have a little expertise when it comes to art. Okay. So what are we supposed to do then? Oh god. Oh god. Oh no. I'm not gonna lie, I am bad at these. I am terrible at these. I don't know what it is. I just struggle a little bit with these, usually. I know they're meant to be easy, but like... Okay, so I have to just make a cube like this. Alright, wait. That doesn't look right. Wait 1 second, I need to just check again. 1 minute. So wait, how is it supposed to be? So top down, it should be empty. From front view, side view. Okay. I kind of get it, I think. I think it's supposed to be here. And what else? One second. So I was right on that one. Wait, so front view is this way, that's fine. Side view is that way, yeah, that's fine. Top view is this way. Is there supposed to be one more here? Or wait, did I place it wrong? No, that worked. I don't know why that... Wait, how did that... What? I still don't understand how that worked. I can't even see the old one. Why did the middle one work? I don't know why there was one place here. You know what, it's okay. Because that shouldn't have worked technically, considering it failed one of... you know what, I'm not gonna complain. If I complain, I'm gonna get even more confused. Unwillingly so. Alright, let me see. Where is the... Alright, I see it. Just needed to get that. And... Wait, where is it? There it is. Lovely stuff. There's so many people struggling over here, man, in SNEZHNOGRAD. Alright, there's literally nothing there. They got me there. They actually got me there. I was actually looking for a chest there. Wait, where is this chest that they want me to look for? Grab that, that's fine. Ah, it's here. Whoa, come on, there we go. Ooh, waste that there, unless it was to help get there. I guess it must have been to help get there. I was about to really question like people's like minds when they work on stuff like this, because sometimes it's just very questionable, honestly. Ooh, is this a snowball one? I hope it's a snowball one. One second. I don't think I spoke to him. I just entered it. Let me give it a try. Alright, there we go. And fire. Whoa. What the fuck? Lads, you cannot do the camera change on me like that, man. Alright. It just glitched up so much there. Alright, let me come over this way. Something over here. Alright, we should be fine here. Let me go. Let me go. I'm spending more time just asking it to let me go than actually letting go in the first place. Alright, there's something up there, but I don't think I'll be able to get it. What is over here? This is where again? Okay, this is the outskirts of Ledovka. Oh, I remember this. I remember here coming across this a second ago. Oh shit. I need to do that world quest at some point. That'll be a really fun world quest, I think. With the big frost giant. Some of the spectacles in SNEZHNAYA are too good, man. They're so good. Honestly, they're freaking phenomenal. Okay, it's up there. Can I do this? Can I reach? Ah, not enough. What if I... I'm gonna have to... No, it's not enough. Maybe if I come from this angle? I think this angle should work.
Yeah.
I almost had it, okay? I almost had it. Oh, brother, get Mawika, please. I'm trying to get myself an Oculus here. There we go. Sorry, Ariel, I'm literally going to stop in a bit. To be honest, I'm going to call it in a little bit. I was thinking, man, I should have spent like the last half an hour actually doing some Abyss stuff. I completely forgot it. I was supposed to start at least either Abyss or Theater today, and I completely forgot to do either. I just got so caught up in the Belitsar stuff that we saw at the not only the Belitsar stuff, but the Heavenly Principles and like the Voyager stuff we saw in the Pale Crown Palace. I should never have gone there. I should have just waited until I was off stream to do that. That shit always gets me, man. It always gets me because it's just so fucking good. It's such good stuff. They really know how to cook when it comes to that. Whoa. Why was that so powerful? Is it because of the stellar glimmer? I didn't know it did that, to be honest. Well, now I know. That could come in handy in the future. That could very well come in handy in the future. Alright, so how much is that done now? Okay, I think we're at a good spot. We're about 50% on some of the areas. Everfrost Earth and Felfrost Peak. The two big areas, so it makes sense. Volkodolak Lake Tundra is big, but it's also very empty, so it makes sense, so it's a bit higher. Whitebird Snowgrave and Flamefeather Valley being 70% makes sense as well because of just how much it's been done there. Can you review my Arlecchino? Sure, I can review your Arlecchino. I'm probably not the best person to ask that because of how my Arlecchino is. It's pretty ass. But sure. Is it on Enka right now? Because I'm probably not going to be able to log in right now because I'm about to hop off and close the game in a second. Is it on Akasha or Enka? Alright, beautiful. Thank you. We can do that. Let me see. Enka. Always very handy when people have it up and running. Makes life a lot easier. That's really nice. Yeah, very solid. Good. Obviously, crit rate, crit damage. I mean, you're pretty much gonna crit every single time with that. I mean, if I were to just compare it straight up to my Arlecchino, right? Obviously, there's gonna be a stark difference in terms of builds and stuff because mine's just, I would say, a little bit weaker for sure. Where is mine? Am I lost? There she is. Yeah, generally I would say mine's is much weaker. I mean, good, mine's is higher crit damage, but I feel like crit rate needs to be higher because there's no way to, you don't make that up from, you know, the Cryo Resonance or anything. So I personally believe you're in the right track going for higher crit rate than crit damage on that front. Attack is looking good. Yeah, I would say 2100 is spot on for sure. That's very, very solid. HP is there as well. Keeps you a bit going, especially with Bond of Life taking up so much. It's very solid. ER 106, that's fine. EM 133, actually pretty good EM considering all things. Additional EM, I should say, considering all things said and done. Considering it'll help nonetheless, right? Even though, of course, primary damage comes from crit damage and all. Super handy for a good C1, for a C0 and everything. Good stuff. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't disagree. For me personally, I like having 75 CR generally across most of my units. I kind of get away with it at 70. Usually the sweet point, I think, for a lot of people is usually 70 to 200 is generally the direction people tend towards to go to, at least as a bare minimum to have. But I feel like just generally, I personally would like to go for more. It's something I want to work on my Mavica at some point. It's something I'm just left because I've been building Sandrone and everything over the last few months right now. Of course, Sandrone, La Colombina, Nefer, and all that sort of stuff. So I've had to kind of take a break from Mavica to focus on them. But that's something I need to get back to. A couple of other units I have also need to work on. Because obviously with the likes of Sandrone, I can get away with 66.6% because she gets like 31 CR from, you know, artifacts and cryo resonance and all that sort of stuff. So this is fine. Same thing with Skirk. You can get away with having low CR in favor of CD because of how good cryo resonance is in that sort of situation. But yeah, it is what it is. You know, you have to take what you get. Also depends on the artifact set as well, right? I mean, that definitely does help when it comes to getting that extra bit, because I think, yeah, Mavica can also get away with it technically because you get 40% crit rate. I forgot about that. I just remembered that. That's why I was like, let me just double check if I'm right on Mavica's set. But yeah, Mavica can get away with it because she gets 40% crit rate for 6 seconds. So you're critting all the time at that point. You know, there are times where there's downtime, but yeah. Whereas obviously the issue is these guys can get away with it because their sets are from a newer era where crit rate is easier to get. Arla is difficult. Exactly, Pakla. That's the issue. With Arla, it's more difficult because her artifacts don't really help her. I feel like okay. I can complain about it now. I didn't complain about it back then because different times, and probably back then maybe I was a little bit more like, oh, at least, you know, she's got her own set and stuff. This set should have been way better, to be honest. I feel like it should have been way better. It's good. You get, it's, come on, like it's 3 stacks of 18% damage is insane, right? It's really solid. And because it's consistently related to Bond of Life, you're going to have that uptime be fairly decent, right? But man, this set needed to be way better compared to what we're getting nowadays, like in terms of how much they do, what they give and everything. I mean, like, look at Disenchantment, man. I mean, like, what is this? Super Conduct reaction damage by 80%, and then Stellar Conduct damage by 40%, and then you get 16% crit rate. Like, come on. There's 3 different things happening there. 2 depending on the situation, right? For sure. But, like, 3 for the most part. And then you look at Arla's and it's literally only 1 thing. Yes, you get 3 stacks of it, but, like, I would prefer having more stat spread. That's why you also look at weapons nowadays. They're so insane, right? I mean, I say it's so insane, and we look at our deaths, and it's not like insane at all in that sense. But you see, you know what I mean? It's just, I feel like they needed to do a little bit more with Arla in terms of making her a little bit more consistent in that sense. But I mean, at least she's found a home with Hexorai now, right? If you have the Hexorai units like the likes of Durin and Nicole and all that sort of stuff, and you've obviously done the buffs and all, she has her own home there as well. She does really well on that team as well. But anyways, I think I'm going to wrap up the stream there for today. We'll be back next week at the same time. Hopefully by then I should have done some of the meeting point quests. We can continue exploring. I'll leave Imaginarium Theater for then. Or, yeah, I think I will. It'll be very last second. What will be the date? Friday, right? It'll be Friday 28th. I should have some time. So we'll leave Imaginarium Theater for that day. And we'll do Abyss that day as well. I haven't done either. I've left it for those days. I wanted to do at least one of them today. I really wanted to do one of them today, but I completely forgot about it, to be honest. I am not gonna lie. Yeah, Abyss I haven't touched at all. Yeah, I haven't touched Abyss. And IT I haven't touched. What are the elements this time around? Manageable. Manageable. I don't like Electro. I didn't realize I was so poor on Electro until I looked at it today. This morning when I was doing Stygian, I was like, oh shit. My Electro is horrible. Horrible. But we'll work on that. We'll figure it out. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys have a lovely rest of your evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you may be. And I'll catch you guys next time round. There will be videos coming out over the next few days, so don't worry about that. But live streams next Friday. I will see you at a similar-ish time. Again, I think live streams are going to be around this time, 1 hour plus or minus, give or take. Usually, I aim to stream at around about 10:30 my time, which if you put it in British summertime, that is about 6:30, 5:30, something like that. And then if you're looking at UK time, it's around 1 o'clock, 1:30ish PM. So yeah, around this time, but maybe an hour earlier start. Usually is my target, give or take, but we'll see how it pans out. Usually better to do it a little bit later, but I also have to stay up a little bit more, which is a little bit difficult at times. Definitely difficult at times. I'm becoming old, you know. I'm becoming old. Anyways, I've yapped it long enough. I'll catch you guys next time round. Have a good one. Take it easy, everybody. Ciao. Bye-bye.